at factorising complex trinomials. So it's a trinomial because it's got three terms. In this case, 6x squared plus 7x plus 2. And we're going to factorise that. So we've got to get it into two brackets. So let's have a look at a solution. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the A with C, the first number that we've got outside the x squared with the n number. And when I do that, I get 6 times 2 equals 12. And I need to list out the factors of 12. So the factors of 12 are 1 and 12, 2 and 6 because 2 6s equal 12, and 3 and 4 because 3 4s are 12. Now, from that, I need to look at the middle term, which is 7x, and I look down at those factors and I go, which of those factors are going to give me 7x? And 3 and 4 make 7, so they're the factors that I'm going to be interested in. So what we've done so far is we multiply the first with the last number, and that is what we get the factors of. So factors of 12. Then, listing out all the factors, we see which of those factors are going to we can use to make the middle number, so 3 and 4. Now, I split that middle number into that middle term, 7x, I split it into those factors. 3x add 4x gives us our 7x. So I haven't changed, this is still equal to the original, 6x squared plus 3x plus 4x still gave us a 7x plus 2 at the end. Now I'm going to look just at the first two. So we've got this equation here, and looking at 6x squared and 3x, I'm going to factorise those first two terms. So what is a common factor of 6x squared and 3x? Well, 3 goes into the numbers, 6 and 3. 3 goes into it. And x squared and x, well, it's always the lowest power, so 3x. So 3x is our common factor of those first two terms. So 3x into 6x squared, we do 3x in a bracket, and 3x into 6x squared, 3 into 6 is 2, and then x into x squared is x. Alright? So we end up with our first term inside that bracket as being 2x squared. If we multiplied them, 3x by 2x, we get back to 6x squared. Now, what's our second term in the bracket? Well, 3x into positive 3x, so 3x divided by 3x is plus 1. So that's going to be, so factorising those first two terms, I get 3x outside of 2x plus 1. Okay, so that's going to be the equivalent factorised terms. Now I look at the second two terms, so the 4x and the 2, and I do the same thing for those. I say, what is a common factor? I'm going to factorise those two. Now 4x and 2, the only common factor is 2, so I take 2 outside of a bracket. 2 into 4x is 2x, so 2 times 2x would give us back to 4x. So, and then 2 into 2 is 1. Now hopefully, so that is the same. So 4x plus 2 is the same after we factorise it, 2 outside of 2x plus 1. Now hopefully you'll notice something here. The two bracketed terms are actually the same. So the two bracketed terms are the same. Let's just go to that. And the two bracketed terms, when we look along there, are actually the common factors. Alright? So 2x plus 1 and 2x plus 1 is a common factor on that whole equation on that line. And when we have a common factor, we can take it out the front and factorise. So if I did that, I would go 2x plus 1 outside of, and 2x plus 1 into this first term here. Well, the 3x is going to be left to be our first term, and the plus 2 is going to be left to be the second term in the second bracket. So what we have in this, the two common factors here, which is the two bracketed terms that go out the front, and then 3x is going to be our first term in the second bracket, and the plus 2 is going to be our second term in the bracket. And that is our final answer. So step by step, that is what you need to do to be able to complete those sort of complex questions.